Sip Fearlessly. Woo-hoo. We are so excited to be back. Oh my God, we've been taking so long to come back.
I know,
we
but
can't
it's
do
still,
that.
it's still Women's Month. So.
It's still Women's Month. That is a fact, yes. So we're excited, and you guys know that SIP stands for Sisters in Power. So today we are celebrating some sisters that are in their power moment right now, okay? And I'm very excited to talk to them and dive in. But first and foremost, it is Women's History Month.
Yes, it is.
And we have been doing some amazing things. So I know you just recently went to Women Rock Wings event.
Yes, that was
Yes.
dope. Oh my God, I was around so many women that fly airplanes.
Yes.
I was like, wow, a lot of powerhouses. It was amazing. We met a lot of different individuals in the aviation space.
Yeah.
As far as fuel. There was a mom and daughter who owned a fuel company that actually gives the fuel to the airplanes. I was like, okay. It was dope. It was very, it was a great celebration.
I
It was
love that.
actually the launch of their digital magazine.
Yes, that's right. And
Yes.
shout out to Megan
Yes.
for putting all of that together. For she runs Women Rock Wings,
Yes,
and
she does.
I'm so sad that I missed it,
I
but
know.
I am so happy that an extension of us was there and you were able to
Right.
enjoy it and support her. So shout out to all the amazing women in aviation.
Yes.
My comadre is in aviation.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I actually saw one of the ladies that's also a part of her collaborative book that was there. So I was
Okay.
like, so I can't wait for them to unite. But that's
Yes.
awesome. And then we also attended another amazing brunch that the Mommy Village put together.
Yes.
Okay? That was exciting,
Yes,
and
it
that was
was.
really nice, and it was like a really, really special event because not only it is Women's History Month, but we were also celebrating mommies.
Right.
Okay, which is so important. Very rarely do we get celebrated that way, so that
I
was
know.
really nice.
Yeah.
We dined, we drank, we laughed, we cried, we listened to some amazing women
cried.
speak, and yes,
Right.
it was just incredible. And shout out to Jimmy and Sobro
Yeah.
Garden for hosting, and it's
It was
just
dope.
it's
It
just
was
been
very
powerful.
inspiring for me. I left out of there with a cape like, I'm Superwoman.
That's
Like,
right.
I love
So
that.
the mission was
Yeah.
accomplished.
I love
That's
that.
right. Yes, and I love it because you're also, even though your baby's 3 now, right?
He's two. Still. He's gonna be 3 though.
Yes, but you're still a new mommy.
I know.
So that was good to celebrate that.
And to be in mommy spaces now and actually be respected
Yeah.
for my opinion now because I am a mom.
Exactly.
Before I was like, Gigi, cállate, shut up. You're not a mom. Now it's like, I'm here.
Right, but you've been,
part of
you've been
the
a
club
auntie
now.
mom for a
Yeah,
long
no,
time.
that's right. But
Yes.
those you return.
Right.
I bet.
Right.
We do return those.
Oh my God. And last but not least, I also was down in Austin.
Yes, you were.
Recently. Shout out to Passion for Profits for also putting an amazing event together. And I got to see Chantel there
Yes.
too. And just another space of just incredible energy. All of the women that you ladies are working with and are involved with are awesome.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Yes, so lovely, such great energy. So we're gonna dive in and
gonna
talk
dive
about
in.
all of that good stuff. Yes. So we have Chantel and Isa,
Yes.
the founders of the Mommy Village. Oh my God, so excited.
It's us.
So, I guess give us a brief background. We can start with you, Chantel, on what's your background? What made you get into starting Mommy Village, and then we'll go to you, Isa.
So my background, Dominican born, Bronx raised. I am your college dropout, right? I love to say that loud and proud. I got into the financial services industry from the age of 18, 19, and I've been doing that ever since. But I wanted to, like we say, niche down and really create a brand that really supports women, because we need it the most. Whether you're a mom, a young girl, young woman, we need all the help that we can get. And I'm actually in business with Isa, and she reached out to me. She's like, hey, I have this idea. And I'm like, I love ideas. A girl with ADHD loves ideas, and people who also want to have more ideas too, right? So, she pulled me to the side. She said, hey, I have this idea. I want to create the Mommy Village. I want to, create a space for moms to feel like, hey, like, I don't have to feel lost. I don't have to feel like I'm just a mom. And, like she says, you can still be a baddie.
Yes.
Of course. And I think that's something that's so important, because now that I am a new mom, I just literally have a 2-month-old. I start to see like how easy it can be to lose yourself a little bit. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I'm like, girl, you live with somebody, like, let's clean up a little bit, So I'm glad that we are creating a space for moms, for women, because not to sound mediocre, but it really does take a village. And if it wasn't for my village, my mental health would be, you know. So I'm very grateful to have a partner like Issa for us to, you know, just
Likewise,
create our
sis.
sisterhood, even make it stronger, but also create a sisterhood space for other women, because I think that that's definitely necessary. So thank you for your feedback. I'm glad that you enjoyed the Galentine event, because this is what we need. Like, we need a mommy thing to like turn up and to really like celebrate ourselves, and not just make it like, hey, I'm a mom, but also be like, I'm a mom with ambition, with goals, and I can still turn up.
Right.
Right?
Of course.
We love to turn up.
Look beautiful
Yes,
and
of
sexy,
course.
just like
Yes,
every woman looked that day.
absolutely.
Yes, and congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The cutest baby ever. Love it. So cute. Love
He
him.
better be after 30 hours.
Can you imagine? Well, yes, I'm Issa. I'm from Yonkers, and I honestly thought about the Mommy Village. Just honestly, one day I was in my room. I knew I wanted to do something else. I was already a financial educator. I already did my cakes, but I wanted to do something that kind of involved my son. I felt like everything else I did, it pretty much took away from me being with him. So like, I started thinking about motherhood and the things that I experienced in motherhood. And in the beginning stage, motherhood is very beautiful, but it's also rocky. So in those rocky times, I felt like if I had a woman that could honestly relate to me, because I was the youngest in my friends group, and I was the only mom. So imagine that, all my friends hitting 30, and I was just like 22 with a baby. No one could really relate to me. So even though they try to support me in the way that they could, I felt like I still needed like a little bit more for like someone I can like approach if I needed certain resources and things like that. So I was like, if I can have one set location organization that can provide all these resources for all these type of women, whether it's business development, whether it's confidence, whether it's just having someone to listen to you and understand and not judge you, then I want to be that. Because if I would have had that group, maybe I would have been where I'm at today even sooner.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Absolutely. I love it. It's such a great journey. Well, I'm glad you ladies found each other, because I think that that's important. Like,
Yes.
Sister.
yes.
Honestly, yeah, let me tell you something.
Yes.
Like, ever since we made TMV, our friendship is honestly out of this world. We check each other all the
love that.
time.
Go together.
So bad. Like, it's really bad. Like, so bad. Like, so
I don't know where
bad.
she's been all my life.
Like, honestly,
Right.
so bad.
I love that, because that's literally what it's all about.
Right.
It's about the mommy village. It's about building your community, building your tribe,
Yeah.
building your tribe. That's so important. I too, like you, was a young mom and the only mom in my
Yeah.
group as well. So no one to really turn to but my mom
Right.
for like advice and things like that. But so it's important. You know, and that's why I started Fearless Women at the time too. So I think that's what I'm so attracted to you guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh my God, they
it
remind
too.
me of me.
We do.
I'm like, they remind me of me when I was like doing my Fearless Women back in the day. So I love that. Thank you for bringing that to all these women that need it. That sisterhood. Thank you. Yes, yes. All right. So what are some of the biggest challenges that you both feel moms face today, and how can a community help you navigate these challenges?
I feel like one of the biggest challenges that moms especially deal with is mental health. And the reason why I say that is because everything we deal with stems back to our mental health. Like, if you're financially stressed, you become stressed. If you're not where you want to be in your relationship, you become heartbroken. And it's so hard for mom because we don't have off days. Whether we're heartbroken, stressed, mad, sad, you got to get up and you got to show your kid, like, hey, good morning, here's your breakfast, here's this. Like, there's no days off. So sometimes it could be really mentally draining. And I think just having that support system that the Mommy Village could be for these women, or the resources, or guiding them in the right direction, or even, again, listening, just giving them advice, it's very big and it's very important to just make someone feel heard and secured and just know, like, we're rooting for you. It's to hold you accountable too, because if someone tells you their goals and you really care for that person, you're eventually going to reach out to that person and be like, hey, like, I'm checking in on you. How's it going with this?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. The mental health, yeah. That's
It's big.
That's super
Yeah,
important,
very
yeah.
big.
Yeah, because, you know, so many of us too, as new moms, you know, even having additional children, like, postpartum is real. And that's not something that a lot of us talk about. You know, I went through it with both of my children. I went through it with my first child, and I went through it with my second child. And I remember my mom offering me help when I had just had my daughter. She was my second. And I remember me pushing her away and being like, I just want to be by myself.
Yeah.
And I moved into a new apartment, and I was just sitting there with my two babies by myself. And I was crying, but I was like, I just need to be by
Yeah.
You know, so the postpartum is so real. So like the mental health is super important to have that group, you know, that tribe that you can check in with. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
difficult. It's hard. Like I remember when I had NIL, it was very difficult for me as a first time mom, and what helped me was trying to like, you know, find space for myself, find time for myself, working out, and you know, trying to at least have 30 minutes to myself because it's so difficult. It's
It
not.
is.
Yeah.
Listen, like it's like.
It's hard.
It's very hard, and I almost was diagnosed with postpartum depression, but I would have baby blues. I never heard about
Right.
that, so that's at the stage that I was at, and it was not a good feeling. It was
Yeah.
just like I had to snap out of it. So
It's hard. So hopefully, all you ladies out there who are not moms yet, I hope that you know this resonates with you, and you guys can use this, you know, to uplift you and empower you and encourage you.
Absolutely.
Yes. So Chantal, as moms, we often put ourselves last, right? Like we were just talking about. How do you encourage mothers to prioritize self-care without feeling guilty?
I was talking to Issa about this. I'm like, honestly, I feel like you have to like play the Lulu a little bit. Like you really have to tell yourself, like, listen, like shut that inner voice. And I know it's easier said than done, but it's really just you talking to that inner voice. Like, listen, like if I'm good, baby's better.
Yeah.
And if baby's better, we're all good.
Right.
Because you know, as the moment baby is not good, the whole house is like, we're not in a good mood, right? But I think it's also just waking up or setting the intention for the day. Like, listen, we need to at least shower.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's important.
bare minimum.
At least shower.
We need to drink some water. We need to take our vitamins. We need to, you know, at least have some type of breakfast and go start the day with that type of intention, because then the rest of the day now we're gonna start flowing. But self-care, it's a priority for you because the rest of the world has to keep on moving.
Right.
Like your world, you know, the rest of your household has to keep on moving, and that needs to be top priority. And you shouldn't feel guilty, because if you're the caretaker or the homemaker, you have to be in a really good mental space to be able to do that. And if you're not, we're just not going to be happy, you know? So it's really just telling yourself, like, hey, like, no need to feel guilty. This is top priority, so the rest of the agenda could keep on going.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think, you know, motherhood, just like with everything in life that we're trying to navigate, if we're not well within,
Yeah.
it's nothing is going to go right. You know, everything is going to fall apart. So I think just definitely thinking about yourself and pouring into your cup
Yeah.
first,
Right.
which I think is what
Before
we don't
everybody
do.
else.
Right, before anybody else, it's important. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
And I also think asking for help when you need it and not being
Yes.
stubborn like I
Yes.
was.
Right.
That's
We're
when
ashamed
that's
of
when I
it.
changed. After I had my kid, that I was like, no, I gotta ask for help.
Yeah.
I was a very stubborn person. I won't ask nobody for the minimum help. I will do
Yeah.
it myself.
Yeah.
Now it's like no. And after that happened, it was like everything was so much easier for
Yeah.
me. So stop being stubborn and
Yeah.
ask for help, guys.
I will
I get
say, if there's anything that I've learned so far, or also like seeing people on threads, because I'm nosy, I look at threads and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I say that sometimes, I'm not going to say we, but sometimes women actually ruin their own village when they
Right.
do say no, like, no, I don't need help.
Right.
Yes.
Or,
Right.
no, you don't need to come over. Or, no, I don't need you to carry the baby. It's okay.
Right.
You can let somebody carry the baby. It's fine. Somebody can watch the baby. Like in Austin, somebody watched the baby. I had never met them before, and I was like, oh, we're just gonna put it in God's hands, you know, because that's the village. And if you crucify your village, you won't have one when
Right.
you really need one.
Right.
You know, so that's the most important thing. No shade, no
I've
shade.
been begging her to babysit for the longest, so I'm just gonna have to go steal my nephew for it.
We're begging you.
Yeah.
Same with her. I'm like, if you need me to go, you just go to sleep. And I take a
Yeah.
baby, let
I
me
just don't
know.
want to bother no one.
That's
Yes,
exactly
no,
my
but you're not
mentality.
No,
bothering.
absolutely. Like I don't take it personal at all. Plus, when I was a first-time mom too,
Yeah.
I was the same way with my son. I was like, nobody's touching my son. It's my baby. So I get it. But yes, you definitely don't self-sabotage your village,
Yeah.
guys.
Right.
We are here to help each other. That is very important.
Yes.
I remember, you know, you guys met my daughter. So time has
lovely,
flown
by the
by.
way.
Thank you. Time has blown by, flown, you know, all of it. It
get
has
it.
flown by so fast. If I didn't take out the time to enjoy myself as a woman
Yeah.
while my children were growing up, I would have had so many regrets. You know what I mean? So I was the best mom that I could be, but I definitely still stepped out and was a fearless mom.
yeah.
As you
You
should
know,
be.
and was like, yes, I'm a mom, but I'm also Sue
Right.
without my children.
Exactly.
You know, I'm also a person without the relationship. You
Right.
know, so that it's important. It's important, absolutely. Okay, so many moms want to start businesses but struggle with time and confidence. What advice do you have for mompreneurs?
My advice would be, honestly, make the time. I feel like
Yeah.
when people tell me they don't have time, I think you pick and choose on what you have time for.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not busy, but I'm saying like if you could cancel out 20 minutes of your day, whether it's like every other day, I'm the queen of breaking things up. So
Oh my goodness.
listen.
You guys don't want to see her phone.
like you don't want to
I
see my
was
phone.
crazy with my Google Calendar. Oh my
Like
God.
it will be like
We're
laundry,
participating.
day 1 wash, day 2 fold, day 3 put away, day 4 kid laundry. Like I have to break it down. But if that's what I gotta do to actually get the job done and not feel overwhelmed in the moment because I have laundry, oh my God, I gotta do my partners, my dogs, my this, my that, and overwhelmed, I don't even wanna do it.
Right.
Just thinking about it. So I break it up, I do what I gotta do, whether it's 20 minutes a day. The first day, think about your logo. The second day, take 10 minutes to start to create it. Things like that. And I think also with the confidence, just put yourself out there.
Right.
You're not gonna build confidence unless you break that ice.
Right.
Ask her. I used to make her do all of our videos when it comes to like talking to the camera. I'm
my
like, should tell
goodness.
Penny this video. She's like, it'll be nice if you put up a video. And I was like, okay. So like I put up my videos and then I started getting amazing feedback.
Yeah.
And it's not even about the feedback, honestly, because you could
Right.
get 1 like and you could get 100 likes.
Right.
Yeah.
But as long as you like the content, you put it out there, you
Exactly.
start building up the confidence within yourself, you'll know
Right.
what you like, you know what you don't like. And just put it out there, know yourself. There's nothing that nobody could tell you.
Right.
Right.
Like just have confidence with everything that you post and you'll get better as you keep doing it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. So basically, time management on
Yup.
point.
Yes.
And get out your comfort zone.
Yeah. You don't grow when you're comfortable.
No, you
No.
You gotta be fearless.
don't.
That's right.
But I will say, if I may chime in, it's definitely just trying to make the commitment to yourself. Because honestly, if you want to start a business, like really just do it.
Right.
Make the plan, set an intention. What's the goal? What do you want to pour out there into the world? But me and Issa share the same sentiments. Like when people be like, I don't have the time. But you could get on social media. But you could call your friend to like teach me on, you know, or like go out and party and turn up. So it's like we make the time for what we really want to make the time.
Right.
And the thing is, like, if your boss was to call you tomorrow, you're showing up
Right.
for 8 hours, maybe 12, you know, and they're not going to pay you what you're worth. So it's like, why would you not want to invest into yourself, even if it's, like you said, 20 minutes, an hour, into research? Shoot, ChatGPT could literally give you your whole game
whole
plan.
life. Listen,
You know,
yes.
like, we have all the solutions, but people just find a problem
Yeah.
with the solution. So,
And you also gotta have like the passion for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when we first started TMV, every day we'll text each other, hey, this is what I'm working on. Hey, this is what I'm working on. You gotta be passionate about what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
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 amen to that.
All right. So, I love it. No, listen, the time management, I'm just like you, we're twins. Because I have everything on my calendar.
Oh,
too.
man.
Yes.
Like every single
If it's
thing.
I
not
have
there,
like
it's not
800
happening.
to-do lists.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
same.
I keep encouraging my boyfriend. I'm like, you just need to write things down, babe. You don't see my calendar?
Right.
Like,
I have
that's how I
like
keep my
3.
shit together. He's like, but you're type A, you're type A. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me help you. Like, it feels good to like
Yeah.
check it off and
Yes.
delete it and like,
Yes.
oh, I got this done, I got that done.
And I have to deal with it again.
If I feel like I'm not doing it, I'm like,
Exactly.
I feel like something's not right. Like I need to check my list off.
Right.
Something's
Yes.
missing.
Yes. So that is like literally key. And then of course putting yourself out there. Yes. That's the first step. You have to put yourself out there, and nothing is going to be perfect too. I want to
Yeah.
add that. A lot of times we focus too much on doing things perfectly with
Yeah.
perfection, and it's like no. What even if you think it's perfect, what you're putting out right now, in the future you're probably going to be like, oh my God, why did I do
Yeah.
it like that? You know, and it's
Yeah.
because we keep improving and growing and evolving. So
Girl, you would have
will
seen
say
me
yes.
talking when I first started talking.
same here.
I would not be here. I would have been crying here like, guys, I don't know what to say.
But I will say, and speaking for myself, perfection prevents that progress.
Yes.
Right.
And it really delays it by so much because we're looking to be that perfect content creator or show up as a perfect version of ourselves. But it's like, we just need more practice.
Yeah.
Right.
And we need more attempts of actually
Yes.
getting that done.
And what is perfection?
Right.
Right? What is perfection?
Like to who?
Right.
Yeah. So
I think we're all perfect in our own way.
in our own
Exactly.
way. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Can you share a success story from the Mommy Village that deeply impacted you?
You wanna go? I'll go.
I'll give her flowers. Because I told her, I was like, listen, like for someone who, because I've been in the industry of finance for 6 years, but for her to, just get started, 2 years now, a year?
No, not even. I'll make a year in March.
That's insane.
I mean, May, sorry.
But that's amazing, and being able to also, we just came up with the Mommy Village in like December, by the way.
No, literally, like,
swear to
we have
God.
3 months in January.
That just gave me goosebumps.
Right here.
Yes, so it's like
Wow.
to see how everything is like
Yes.
in alignment and coming about, but also seeing everybody's feedback and how receptive they are, and everybody saying like, I wish I had this when I was a mom, or
Yeah.
I love what you guys are doing, like I want to see more. I think that is such a really great feeling, and I do want to give her flowers, and also to her, because she came up with the idea. To see her friends come out and show up, that is also a beautiful thing, because when you are starting a business, not many people, are super supportive
Yes.
or really believe in what you do, but moms believe in each other, at least bare minimum, so that's always a good thing to see.
Yeah, I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it all.
Yeah.
The brunch was definitely one of like as for now, one
Yeah.
of like our biggest accomplishments. I think it was wonderful. It was
For
beautiful.
in person, we
And
had
also that's
a
how we
virtual event,
connected as
too.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
beautiful. Like I always say, you never know who you could connect with, and you never know who that person could connect you to who and to
Right.
who.
Yeah.
And I
You
learned
guys saw
that
me
from
cry. It was horrible.
Yes.
No, but more is coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am
That's in the works.
excited.
And thanks to her too as well, 'cause she gave me my flowers. I gotta give her flowers. Like this,
Stop, I get shy.
girl, this is us. Like I'm like the tornado that comes with like 500,000 ideas, and she's like, okay, Issa, let's water the plants.
Take it easy,
first.
Turbo.
Let's do this. And I'm like, okay, all right. Tell me what do I do. What do I do?
They remind me of me and Liz.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I also want to give you both your flowers.
Thank you.
Because finding out now that you started this Mommy Village in December, and the way you ladies executed that event,
Right.
it was like flawless, and all the support that came out, and all of the amazing words that everyone that got up to speak had to say, and your mom.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that was a lot. I got goosebumps. Oh
my
That was
God.
a first, and that was a lot.
Yes, and I want to say too, like something for our mompreneurs out there, branding is so
Yes.
important, and the way you
Yes.
ladies have branded
Thank you.
is
Yeah.
incredible. So I want to give you your flowers,
Thank
and I
you.
cannot wait for what's to come. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Yes.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you. I love that
We
compliment.
love a good brunch.
No, I mean I say that because it's like I could be really picky on myself and the things and the
Yeah.
projects I create.
Right.
So it's like I told her, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be good. We need this. We need this. Like we need sponsors. And I guess us having the same mindset, it helps us out like a lot because sometimes it could clash with your partner,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you have like different mindsets.
Yes.
But there's not one thing I cannot come to her with, and she's like, nah, I get it, but let's do it this way. Like she
Yeah.
knows how to talk to me. Like I know how to talk to her. We just understand each other, and then we
Right.
have high standards for ourselves when it comes.
Yeah.
So I was happy that you guys enjoyed the brunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
It was beautiful, and you guys, all you ladies look so beautiful.
Thank you.
You too.
You guys
Yes,
too.
thank
Yeah.
you.
So Miss Sue's here, Miss Gigi's here. Okay.
Oh man. Okay, so really quick, what role do men and fathers play in supporting the Mommy Village mission?
I think men play a big role, whether we want to believe it or not. Just
Whether
because-
y'all want to believe it or not.
Just because men play big roles in our lives, whether you want
Yeah.
to believe it or not.
Right.
There's like multiple roles that they play, especially when it comes to my village. Like one, physically, I have like male friends that write me all the time, like, yo, I love what you're doing. A photographer, someone over there that I met, right? Yeah, he's actually reached out and told me about his sister and stuff like that, and that's how we ended up starting the connection and things like that.
Nice.
So I think we do have a lot of male support, but also like with the emotional side and just networking with women, men play a big role, especially like let's say you have a supportive partner.
Yeah.
And he loves that you're going to these networking events, and he's encouraging you to go and be the best self you could be. That could literally like uplift your whole mood and be like, yeah, my baby's rooting for me, and I'm going to connect. And it could be vice versa. You could have a partner that honestly isn't picking up the slack, and it's not always there supportive, and that could make that person want to seek that support and come find the Mommy Village because we'll give it to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I bring that up because, a lot of the times, unfortunately, when we start, these women movements and women support groups, some people start speculating and men start looking at us like we're feminists.
Right.
Oh my
You know,
God,
and
the
this
I
is-
hate men group.
Yes, you know, and it's like, no, that's not the purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The purpose is we want to uplift each other because we understand each other.
Right.
You know, and we're grateful that you're there supporting us, but nobody understands us like we understand us, you know?
Exactly.
So I wanted to ask you guys that because I think that's important too. And shout out to the men who are supporting their
yes.
women out there,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Shout out to
Mom,
you.
love you.
Okay. All right, so we don't have much time left, but I do want to ask you first, what's one piece of advice that you would give to a struggling mom who's listening right now?
Honestly, just take a breath. I think that, mostly speaking to myself, it's definitely important to just like pause and take a breath and realize like this is just a part of the journey. Like for me, I recently traveled with the baby, with my friend Angel. So shout out to the men out there, because if it wasn't for Angel, I don't know how I would have got to Texas. But just with the overwhelm and, you know, still being able to follow my dreams and invest into these things and, you know, show up for all these events and all these outings and being able to have these business conversations, it can be very overwhelming. And I have to tell myself, this is a part of the journey. I don't know who told you it was going to be easy and just like given to you on your lap, you know? But really just take a moment, take a breath, and realize this is not for nothing. This is an investment into yourself. This is an investment into your legacy, and it's going to benefit your children and your family at the end of the day. So respira.
Yeah, I would just remind them that the struggle is only temporary.
Yeah.
That it's going to be your testimony probably later on in life.
Right.
That you just got to push through. You know you can, and you know you have the light and the power within to get what you need to do done.
That's right.
It might take a little work, but that's what we're here.
That's right. Yes. Yes. And it's difficult right now when you're on the path, when you're on the
Yeah.
journey.
Oh, yeah.
And even there might be people in your life, you know, that won't support you right now. But
Right
they
now
will
is
see.
key.
They will see everything that you're
They have
accomplishing.
to. We're going to be
Yes.
everywhere.
Yes. and after it all, they will congratulate you. They will
Yeah.
give you your
Yes.
flowers. You know, so do this for you
Right.
is the advice that I would give. So let's close out with you ladies letting us know, if you can spill some tea, what are some of the upcoming projects or initiatives that you have coming up?
There's not like one. There's like a bunch. We have like
Where do we start?
Let's summarize in 20 seconds.
we just have so much that we want to do every month. We're obviously going to touch on the topic. Next month will be finance. We want to get into like financial literacy, how to build and like wealth and your business. The month after that, I believe, is like Mother's Day. So we're going to do something for the moms, maybe a little barbecue, a little another brunch or something. Like every month, we're going to have just something planned. Right now, we have the I Got You Girl campaign. We're actually collecting menstrual products, diapers, anything for women to donate to them, because you know, women's
I love that.
gotta support our women.
Right.
But yeah, if you go onto like our page, stuff like that, you'll definitely see everything that we have in store for the next coming months. It'll be great.
I'm
I love it. Me too. I'm so
And a
excited.
collab with Women's Off Duty.
Yes. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to see more and more of what you ladies are doing.
you.
And you got me here too. I'm
Yeah,
here to
of
support you.
course.
So anything
You're already
you need,
part of the Mommy
I'm
Village.
here.
You're a partner.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
being
you for
here
having
today.
us.
Yes. Everyone, you can follow these beautiful ladies at the Mommy Village on Instagram, and you can follow us at Sip Fearlessly on IG.
Yes.
And this is Gigi.
Oh,
She was like, you don't know my name?
I'm like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I'm Gigi.
And this is Sue Fearless. Thank you so much for watching Sip Fearlessly.
Bye. You switched it up on me.